Exciting times at Signature. I mean, we have gone through such tremendous growth. Because of the two of you guys, and of course the rest of the team as well. But I'm excited about today's episode because we're really going to talk about why Signature, why us, right? There's a lot of things happening. There's a lot of changes happening within the organization. 2024 is going to be a great year, and I am so excited for it. Personally, I am, going to be getting
for you.
Huge transition. I mean, I'm going to be going into, helping you guys with Signature full force, which I haven't.
Should we give her the CMO role or?
We should, yeah.
The chief marketing
officer.
Yeah.
No,
Is it going to be like planning the holiday party?
I knew you were going to say that.
All right, inside joke. I was supposed to.
You're doing a good job.
Inside joke. I was supposed to plan this year's holiday party, and I did the hardest part, which is actually picking the venue. Okay, just saying, picking the venue is.
She went to one venue and said, "This is it.
This is it. We're doing it at the Felinas this year, which is one of my favorite venues."
No, but it's a huge transition for you in the sense that you're going from doing a lot of production to jumping into a more active role in leadership.
Yeah.
Right?
So,
I don't think a lot of people understand that and know that. So why don't you talk a little bit about how you're going to be more involved in Signature.
So excited. And I'm ready.
And how other people can benefit.
Well, you're definitely
and
excited,
here's the thing. I'm ready for it. For the past 20 years, I have been a producer. My sole role was to just bring in as many listings as possible and obviously, mentor the team and making sure that they reach their goals as well. And I have a small team of 7, so it wasn't completely overwhelming, right? Not like what you guys do. We have over almost 500 agents. So small team, but I worked a lot in the business and I was producing day in, day out. This is all I knew, production. This is all I know how to do. I do it really well. I have grown my business pretty, consistent year after year, even though this year it's been a little challenging times, different times. So
for everybody.
For everybody, right? Yeah. But overall,
there's no inventory.
Yeah. I have sold thousands of homes. I have rang many doorbells. And I've seen it all. I've been there. I started from the very bottom, selling $200,000-$300,000 condos to representing $17 million homes. So I've been there. I've done that. But I am 20 years now, and I think it's, the 20-year mark.
20 years is going to be...
2004, I got my real estate license.
2024, yeah.
2004, so it's going to be 20
years for 5 years.
For the last 5 years. I mean, no, because I've been in the industry before that, because
I was a receptionist.
I was in the real estate space. I wasn't selling real estate, but I was still... in the real estate space.
So is it 25 years now?
So it's 25 it's 20 years. In 2024, it's going to be 20 years that I have been producing.
OG.
I mean, the percentage, we know that the percentage of people that actually end up past 10 years is a big deal.
Yeah. Can I get a standing ovation, guys? 20 years?
Yeah.
20 years? How many of us have lasted 20 years in any career?
That would be a great poll, by the way. That would be a great poll to find out how many people that are in the industry right now have been in the industry for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
If I had to take a guess, New Jersey only, I'd probably say less than 30 people.
No, I don't think so, because the average agent's 59 years old.
You think so more?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that have been in the business 20 years. Michelle just got in
actively.
young.
I was young. I was one of the youngest, by the way.
I mean, whatever. I mean, we all know that Michelle's like a top dog, and she sells more houses than 99% of people. So.
And I'm tired, guys. Actually, it's not that I'm tired.
You're bored. Be honest. Be honest. I mean, this is our podcast.
Yes, I want a different role. I'm still here. Here's the plan.
You think you're better served somewhere else right now?
Yes, I am. And I think that's joining you guys. That's joining the leadership team, which I don't know if I've ever...
We have to go through an interview process.
And that happened with me. I thought I was better served somewhere else.
That's right. That's exactly what happened with you.
And I think you're better served somewhere else.
Do you? Let's talk about that.
I think that for Signature to get to where John's vision is, because that's, the vision is John's, right? And my responsibility is to try to carry that vision out as much as possible from an operations standpoint. For us to get there, we're going to need all hands on deck. And you're one of the top producing agents in the state, in the country, to be quite honest, right? Somebody like you who has probably hundreds of people, male and female, that inspire or that are inspired by you or aspire to be like you at this stage of your life, being close to you or having that proximity, it matters. When you walk into a room, and I've said this before, people listen. People want to hear you speak because you have credibility.
Except for the both of you. When I walk into a room, whatever I say doesn't.
Yeah,
seem
we
to
run
matter.
away.
Just kidding.
That's
No.
not true.
Just kidding.
But all joking aside, you have credibility. People, people aspire to be where you are at today. Whether they love you or hate you doesn't matter. Even the people that may hate you, because everybody that's successful, they all of them have haters. Anybody.
Well, some people are envious because she does a lot more business.
Exactly. And it doesn't matter where they're at in their life, right?
Haters are my biggest motivators.
Yeah, that means you're doing something right. You're inspiring them, right? Because ultimately they hate you because they wish to be where you're at, right? They wish to have the level of success. So to me, in order for Signature to grow the fastest way possible in the healthiest way, right? Organic growth, good growth, you have to be involved and take on a new position, right? A new
Yeah, and
role.
what you've
All
done, the way
hands on deck.
the way that I look at it for you, why this is so important, and obviously it had to get to the point where she was ready.
Correct.
Right,
Which-
and I wasn't ready.
Right, she wasn't ready.
I mean, last year I definitely wasn't ready. Last year.
Right, last year was rough.
Yeah.
Right, so, and production is still going to be there because you have. I think she's built up an amazing team.
Great team.
Yeah. They've used
Right,
us.
so there's a few people on the team, or if not all of them, that are ready to also take on the business that you were taking on, right? So I think that makes her feel more comfortable as well. So for anybody listening, like if you want to get out of production, because I hear a lot of people say that sometimes, and go into a different role, it's building your systems and your team up. Yeah. But the thing that I think will be the most valuable, aside from like the whole branding, when people think of Signature Realty NJ, a lot of times they're like, oh, that's Michelle Pice's company, right? So people do associate Michelle with Signature Realty, and they are inspired by her, many, many people, and they want to learn and be proximate to her. But I honestly look at it like the more powerful thing is what you've been able to accomplish with your personal production and your team and bringing those skills to Signature. And I don't mean just by training our agents, because obviously you were doing that every Friday. You're doing the huddle on Fridays, because we do daily huddles Monday through Friday. Michelle's doing the Friday one. And then she's also going to be involved in a lot of the trainings. But like your marketing and branding expertise of your ideas, and then having somebody like Nino, our director of marketing, help us implement a lot of those ideas, right? Just like Mike helps implement a lot of the vision that we all have, right? We collaborate and come up with all of our objectives and our goals and kind of like what we see. And, we all try to implement that together. And like you said, it's all hands on deck, right? Yeah. But that's where I see Michelle's value. I see Michelle's value because like you mentioned the haters, right? I hate when we even acknowledge haters, because the truth is, and I know this for a fact, people just don't know who Michelle Pice is. And that's one of the reasons why I think the podcast is so valuable. It's not because, oh, let's grow our following, let's do this. Like, that's great, and you're supposed to do it, right? Everybody tells us, Gary Vaynerchuk, Alex Hormozi, everybody says build content, do content, put out content. I think it's, get to know who we are. Get to know who you're dealing with, because everybody's got this idea of who Michelle Pice is, the one on the billboard that they saw, or, whatever. Maybe somebody was involved in a transaction and they didn't get the offer accepted or whatever. And then they have, one thing leads to the next and, whatever. So that's what I'm excited about for you, because Signature Realty is us.
Yeah.
Right? That's who Signature Realty is. And our culture of seek to serve, which is made up by all of our realtors and all of our agents, like when you get to know an agent at Signature Realty, we don't have any bad agents. We have such an awesome culture of people. We have good people. We have people that we attract good people to Signature Realty. We really do. And that's what I want people to kind of see. And today we're going to talk about like, oh, what's in it for you? Like, what's the benefits? But really, my objective for today's podcast is for people to understand who we are. So that way, if anything that we say and who we are and our stories and kind of what we believe in, what our belief and value and principle system is, if that resonates with you, then come talk to us. If you don't feel where you are resonates with you, right? If you're looking for a change, right? Because yes, we have, this unbelievable revenue share opportunity now for people to build passive income, which we'll talk about. But I think the most important is feeling like you're home, right? Because not everybody, Signature isn't for everybody. Just like all the competition is not for everybody, right? And I think one of the best things that you could do if you're a licensed real estate agent is find your home and stick with it. Stick with that home and be there, because there's agents that just hop from broker to broker to broker to broker, and they never find a home. They never build.
And they don't, those roots. You need those
Yeah,
roots.
they never build that culture of agents that they can really grow with and build with.
But not only that, it gets very confusing to the public. So where, you establish yourself within an organization. Okay, this is, Michelle associated with Signature, right? When they think of Signature, they think of Michelle, they think of Signature.
Right.
And if you're an independent agent and you're working for, say, a Remax, or, then you hop over to, a Caldwell, then you go to Signature, whatever it is, like, you don't really have, like, they don't have a place to associate you with. And I think that actually ends up hurting the agent big time, is when you're constantly having to now remarket yourself, rebranding yourself, letting everybody know you joined a new company. That is not good, guys. Yeah. So if you're going to stick with the company, do your research, find out who is the best fit for you, and stick with it. The hopping and bouncing around will hurt you, 100%.
And John says the best. How can you expect the buyer to be loyal to you if you're not even loyal to the brokerage?
That is correct.
Yeah, I think it's a subconscious thing. You have people complaining, oh, these buyers aren't loyal. Yeah. Well, if you're constantly not loyal, right? So if you're not if you didn't take that approach right now where you are, and of course things change, right? Relationships change, right? We've all been in relationships, like personal relationships, that we're like, oh, I thought this person was this person, and then they're not. And that happens. Right? And the way to determine that is very simple. It's ask yourself one question, right? And I've said this multiple times, and I believe in this. Ask yourself, with everything that you know about the brokerage that you're at right now, right? If you were to know all of that in the beginning when you were going to first make the decision, would you have picked that brokerage? And if the answer is no, then find your home, right? That's it. And if the answer is yes, like, oh yeah, with everything I know, like, I like where I'm at, I love the decision that I made, and I'm going to stick with it. Great, right? Then it doesn't mean that you can't learn from others, right? There's going to be a lot of events that we do in 2024 that we're teaching, a lot of strategies that are going to help people grow their business. Because I believe that's one of the best ways to recruit, right? And we've learned that from John Cheplack and some others, right? Let other people see what the experience is like at Signature, And then if they see that and they're like, oh, wow, this is great. Like, I'm not getting this training at my brokerage, then maybe they'll be like, all right, maybe this isn't the right fit for me. Maybe it's Signature, and that's great. We're not here to, try to poach other people's agents.
Yeah, Cheplack says it pretty good. He says, lead them better than their current leaders. Right. And that's how, you get that sense, with events. Like, when you're talking at an event, they will already see what the experience journey is going to look like for them if they made the leap, right? And if you're at a brokerage or a company where it isn't home, it doesn't feel like home, right? You're going to want to transition, right? And if you're somewhere, or if you encounter a leader of a company where you feel is more aligned with what home looks like, you're going to be top of mind, and that's the whole purpose of behind John Cheplack's comment. And